And welcome everyone to our Week 2 UPSL matchup between Arlington Pro and Blazers Football Club. We're just about to have teams here walk out. This is Week 2. Week 1, Arlington won their first matchup against Alexandria United 3-0 last week, and Blazers are hoping to rebound here in Week 2 after their Week 1 loss against Alexandria Reds 5-1. I want to welcome you all to another DMV Sports Media broadcast, the UPSL DMV South Division. Arlington last season, they finished second in the DMV South Conference. Blazers finished ninth. When these two teams matched up last season in the fall, Arlington getting to win 3-0. If we can quickly go over the starting lineups here for both teams, we'll go ahead and go first with the home team. Blazers, we have Noah Walker in goal, Rashid Mahdi, Mauricio Toledo, Will Myers, Andrew Gomez, the four defenders. In the midfield, we have Edward Ayala and Adrian Guerrero. And our two wingers, Jeremy Goshu, Thiago Souza, and the two forwards leading the line, Joey Reese and Ismael Martinez, as the teams coming onto the field for the walkout. And then we will have the starting lineup here for Arlington Pro here in a moment, but we will wait for the teams to come on, and we will perhaps pause here for the national anthem. Oh, looks like let's have the traditional walkout. And we'll go ahead and have the starting lineups real quick for Arlington. We have in defense, Marcos Valletta, Nick Barona, Daniel Jackson, and Daniel Haptum. In the midfield, we have Idrissa Cissé, Maknawulu, and Ibrahim Conte. And then at forwards, we have Martin Go, Peter Maddox, and Giuseppe Melli. And then in goal, we have Mert Saili. Again, last season when both of these teams met, Arlington with the victory, 3-0. Here we are. It is about 8:32. Game scheduled set to start at 8:30. Looks like Blazers have won the toss. And they will start off the game. Chilly evening here at Thomas Jefferson High School. It is 49 degrees, but it feels a lot chillier than that. But we do have a few spectators who are coming in to the stadium. And here we go. We have Blazers immediately on the attack, and quick explosive start there for Blazers. And Arlington sends the ball up. And Blazers maintaining possession here. Ball's taken back, and the ball is out of bounds for a throw-in for Arlington. Arlington taking their time to build out of the back. Ball is quickly sent forward, and Rashid Mahdi there collecting the ball. Ball sent up. Long ball there, and the ball is put out of bounds safely by Arlington. Blazers quickly moving up the field to take a quick throw-in. And we see here it's Rashid Mahdi with the throw-in, and Blazers maintaining possession. And Arlington quickly takes the ball off to Blazers player. And they send the ball back and reset. Blazers coming out aggressively this evening, high pressing. Ball is sent back to their center back. Long ball sent up to Peter Maddox. Maddox cuts the ball inside. Sends the ball across field, and ball is settled there by Rashid Mahdi. And then the ball is then taken up on the left side. And we have a break of play here. Looks like the ball just went out of bounds there on the far left side of the field. And Arlington will start up another attack from the back. Again here, Daniel Hatton with the ball. Ball sent up there to, and then ball is then, and Arlington with the first warning shot. And Noah Walker there with the ball. And goal for Blazers. Ball sent up the middle. Did not go to his intended target. And Blazers controlling the ball there. Ball goes out of bounds again. And it's a throw-in. And it's then Daniel Hopton with the ball, throwing it back to his center back. Number 17, Daniel Jackson. Jackson sends the ball to Nick Barona. Barona then sends it back to Daniel Haptum. And with calm and patient Arlington, McNawulu sends the ball into the center. And the attack is stopped by Blazers. And ball's hoofed up the field there by Noah Walker. And Adrian Guerrero put the ball out of bounds for Blazers. And it's a throw in there for Arlington. Again, Daniel Jackson with the ball, and he sends it up to Giuseppe Meli. Giuseppe puts in the ball into the just right side of 18. And then settled by Blazers, and Blazers, they just attempt to clear the ball out there. Doesn't quite go out of bounds, and ball's then sent up down the middle back by Blazers. Blazers then attempt to launch an attack to send the ball over down to the left side. And it's collected there by Mac Lulu. He sends in a delivery, and it is taken in by Mert. Goalkeeper Mert Saili. You could hear the Arlington coaching staff there telling Giuseppe Meli to yell out calma. I think we all know what that universally means, to remain calm. There, Giuseppe Meli with the ball. He then sends it up to number 9, and Go. And Go sends in a delivery back far post, and it's like it's going to sail out of bounds, and Rashid Mahdi sees the ball out on the left sideline. Referee stopping play there to ensure that the player takes the throw in from the proper location. 5 minutes in, almost 6 minutes in here at Thomas Jefferson. Score still 0-0. Both teams still fighting it out here. Both teams trying to establish supremacy here early in the game. And then Arlington sends in another ball into the middle, and it's broken up, and the ball sent up ahead to no one in particular. Arlington will collect it here in the back, and they'll go ahead and start another attack. Again, here on the left side. And the ball rolls harmlessly to Noah Walker, who will take his time and then sends the ball out to Mauricio Toledo, and he sends the ball up. And then Blazers starting here, attacking here on the right side. Ball's dropped back into the midfield, and again drops back to the fullback. And Blazers coming out really aggressive tonight. Here, ball. And, ooh, close opportunity there on the left side. And again, and Blazers looking to get off to a good start here in week 2. And looks like head coach Andrew Jennis has his team well drilled for this evening's match. It's going to be a throw-in for Arlington. Marcos Villa throws the ball in to play. And it is Daniel Jackson. Sends the ball up the middle. 2, and then Mr. Daniel Haptum sends it back. Arlington just patiently building out of the back here. They seem to manage the aggressiveness of Blazers this evening. Blazers now have to throw in. Mauricio Toledo throws the ball in, and the ball is collected in midfield there by Arlington. Arlington sends the ball over to the far right side. And it looks like the Blazers managed to contain the attack there on the right side. They bring it back to the middle. Again, Arlington pushing the ball up a little higher. And the ball there goes out of bounds. The Blazers, Mauricio Toledo has the ball, sends the ball upfield. And Daniel Haptum, seen quite a bit of the ball this evening, sends the ball into the middle. And then the ball is then sprayed over to the right side, a bit too far out of bounds. I don't know if the wind had a little bit to contribute there, but it is a bit of a blustery evening here out at Thomas Jefferson. Rashid Mahdi here with a throw-in. And then Blazers calmly drop the ball back to the center back. Outlet pass to the fullback, and he doesn't quite control it. Mauricio Toledo not getting good control of the ball there, but early in the match, Arlington, Daniel Hapton is going to take the throw in here on the left side. And the ball is then sent back up to the right side. And then to Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson then sends the ball down to Marcus Valeda. Valeda sends a long ball, and it goes harmlessly out for a goal kick for Blazers. And it looks like, all right, long ball sent up here. And Arlington's Daniel Jackson calmly sends the ball up to Ibrahim Conte. Conte sends the ball far right side of the field. And here we go. Oh, cut in and well defended there by Blazers. Blazers doing a good job this evening, holding off the early Arlington attacks. Arlington, the last few minutes of the game, they seem to be putting their foot down on the gas pedal, trying to get an early goal, but Blazers defensively holding on quite well. Corner kick here for Arlington. Noah Walker is organizing his defense here against the set piece. And then the ball is headed up. And, oh, ball headed off the line. And another shot is taken, and it looks like ball is then quickly sent about back to the left side, and a service sent in. And seems like Arlington is getting the favorable bounces here, and a referee does call a foul. Ibrahim Conte taking the foul there. Gets up having a few words with the ref, but Arlington is going to have the free kick here. And the ball sent in, and it's sent right back out. And Blazers quickly trying to attack, but they lose the ball. Ball's back in the middle. Sent back. Arlington again calmly building their attack out of the back. And that's Daniel Hapson. Ibrahim Conte. Conte then sends the ball over to the right side. Ball is then sent back. And Daniel Jackson then quickly moves the ball to Giuseppe Melli. Giuseppe drops it back in. And Arlington sends a long ball over to the left side. Dangerous ball sent in and just over. And Arlington with another threatening attack. Blazers will take the throw in. Number 17, Rashid Mahdi over there on the far side of the field. With the throw in. Ball sent back out by Arlington. It'll be another throw in for Blazers. Just inching their way up the field. Blazers take the ball off the field, but it is cleared by keeper Mert. And then a foul is called just at the 45-yard line, just beyond midfield. Ref is instructing Arlington to bring the ball back. Ball's then sent to Daniel Jackson. Jackson then sends it to Giuseppe Melli. Giuseppe sends it into Ibrahim Conte. Conte sends the ball over to the right side, and a delivery and a header, and that is see if we got the replay here. Looks like not. But the ball just going outside. So again, Arlington with another opportunity and didn't put it away. Blazers defending and not breaking. Poor goal kick. And the ball goes out of bounds there. And then Blazers with the throw-in. And Mauricio Toledo with the throw-in. And Arlington quickly win the ball back. And that is Idrissa Cisse losing the ball there. And then the Blazers quickly take the ball, and then Blazers lose possession, and the ball is then sent back to Daniel Jackson, and he will launch another attack from the back. And then it is a throw-in. Blazers maintain possession of the ball, and we're 17 minutes in, still 0-0 here at Thomas Jefferson between Blazers and Arlington. Arlington working the ball here on the left side. And a long ball is taken in. Rashid Mahdi gets a header on that ball and stops that attack there. Blazers left back. Arlington with the throw in there on the right side. And they lose possession of the ball, and it's another throw in for Blazers. And Blazers get possession. And then ball sent back. And Arlington aggressively trying to press there and force Blazers into a mistake. But Noah Walker clears the ball out, and Arlington with possession again. Daniel Jackson with the ball. Trying to direct a little bit of traffic. And Daniel Jackson gets the ball again. He has plenty of space ahead of him. Sends the ball in. Back to Daniel Haptum. And then Haptum sends the ball back. Nick Barona then sends it to Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson sends the ball in to Ibrahim Conte. Conte then sends a long ball to the far right side, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Sorry, a corner kick for Arlington. And a corner kick goes harmlessly over everybody. And it's going to be a goal kick for Blazers. Still 0-0. And the Blazers looking to bounce back after their week 1 loss. And Arlington with possession of the ball, and then he loses it. And Blazers just can't seem to get control of the midfield. But they still managed to get control here, and the ball sent back to Noah Walker. And then Arlington pressing. Ball sent up. And then just that last final pass there for Blazers. Not quite making it. And then Giuseppe sends a ball back over to the far right side. And the Blazers defending that attack well. And the ball is then sent over to the right side. And Blazers attempting to switch the field of play, but the ball just doesn't quite get there. Ball's headed back to goalkeeper Mert Saili. And Daniel Jackson calmly brings the ball up. And then sends another one to Daniel Hapsum. Hapsum then sends the ball back into the middle. And a bit of a grudge match, but Arlington with the 2 early warning shots. Not able to capitalize on either of them, but clearly they've been the only team that's been quite dangerous offensively in this match so far. But I got to give credit to Blazers. Blazers are defending them quite well early. You can hear the coaching staff for Arlington urging their players to lock them in in hopes of getting this ball. And it works here. Hapsum with the throw in for Arlington. Back to Daniel Jackson. Jackson then sprays the ball to the far right side of the field. Marcus Villaldi sends a long ball over to the left. And a bit too far. And it looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Blazers. You can tell it's a blustery evening. You can see the corner kick flag there. So those long balls will carry this evening. And it's a goal kick for Blazers. Ball sent up long. Blazers defending that well. It's going to be a throw-in for Arlington. And those of you who are watching, this is another DMV Sports Media broadcast of UPSL. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And throw in taken. And Arlington Again, calmly, remaining calm here. Building up another attack from the back. Pushing a lineup of every bit so higher. And Arlington with the ball, far left side, and two Blazers players converging in. And they take the ball off, and Arlington managed to, again, get possession back again. And Daniel Jackson then collects the ball, and he sends it back to Nick Barona. Nick Barona with the ball over to Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson will then sends the ball up into the middle. Back to Nick Barona. Barona looking for his options. To Daniel Jackson. Jackson inside. And the ref waits for that to unfold before calling that. Foul on Blazers. Arlington thinking about how they want to go about this set piece. Walker there barking out orders to his two defenders. And the ball is headed out. And Marcos Villota passes the ball back to Mert. And it's Daniel Jackson. And that pass does not quite make it there, but gets the ball back again, and Jackson with the ball again. There's Nick Barona, sends the ball in to Ibrahim Conte. Ball is headed out. And here's the delivery, and Blazers converging in quite well, and send a ball on the left side, ball into the middle, and into right side of the field is wide open. And Blazers, number 22, making a run in. Ball's in, cleared out. Arlington stopping that attack there on the left side. Arlington taking a patient approach. We're just 28 minutes into the match. We're just past the quarter-hour point. And ball circled back to Daniel Jackson, and then Nicholas Villota doesn't quite get control of the ball. It seems like he was urging his teammate to get the ball to him quicker. And then looks like Barona fires one in. Conte sends ball in, ball's intercepted. And then Daniel Haptum sends one in. The Blazers looking to counter. And Blazers are off sides there. It looks like Blazers are trying to sit back and defend collectively and try and hit Arlington on the counter. But Arlington is doing a good job stopping those counterattacks by the Blazers. Ball sent into Jackson. Jackson looking for his options, and sends the ball up to Haptum, and the ball goes out of bounds. We're now half an hour in to the first half. Still 0-0 between Blazers and Arlington. Both teams trying to battle for the ball there. Then Blazers look like they've been trying to launch a lot of their attacks there on the left side of the Arlington defense. And it looks like Blazers, number 7, Adrian Guerrero, given a yellow card for dissent. He thought fouls on him. And Rashid Mahdi with a throw in there on the left side for Blazers. And Arlington quickly converge and cut off that attack. And both teams trying to get possession of the ball. Ball sent back. And Blazers are going to get another throw in. And Mahdi with the throw in. And a foul is called against Blazers. And Daniel Jackson's bringing the ball up the field. And Mac Nwulu sends the ball back to Jackson. And here is Hapsum. Hapsum sends the ball back to Barona. Barona back to Jackson. Blazers having everyone defending behind the ball. And then a delivery sent in and a ball sent out. And again, Blazers looking to hit on the counter. Ball stopped. Attack stopped right there. And Blazers just cannot manage to get the ball to the final third of Arlington. They've been stopping those attacks quite well by Blazers. And Hapsum dropping back deep. And sends the ball to Barona. Barona to Hapsum. And Hapsum sends a long ball over to the right side of the field. Looks like Giuseppe is now playing, Medley is now playing on the right side. The attacking Blazers looking to launch another counterattack. Hopefully it will yield some results. But again, ball is calmly taken down by Daniel Jackson, who then sends it back to Mert. Mert just calming his team down, telling him, hey guys, still 0-0 here. And they've managed to thwart all of the attacks by Blazers. And it is Barona bringing the ball up. And then he sends a pass up to Mac Nwulu. Mac Nwulu then drops the ball back into Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson then sends the ball to the other side of the field to Giuseppe Melli. Excuse me, that is Marcos Vieira. Jackson with the ball. Trying to Do a quick 1-2, didn't quite work there. Again, Blazers having really everyone defending behind the ball. So there's a break in play. And that is Blazers send the ball up. Again, try to attack on the right side, and nothing there. Ball sent back to goalkeeper Mert. Saili. He sends the ball up to Daniel Jackson. Jackson, call me bringing the ball up. Again, Blazers are just, seems like they're just allowing Arlington to kind of walk in and attack. And they're on the left-hand side. And it looks, again, well defended there by Blazers. And then foul is called against Arlington. Ball is sent up, long ball sent up the field. And Arlington, they put the ball out of bounds, and will be a throw in for Blazers. Ball, big ball sent all the way to the far left side. And Arlington. Oh, and Blazers take the ball and they take a shot, and forces saved by Mert, and Blazers on the board after 36 minutes, 1-0. Blazers with their first chance to score, and they take advantage of it, and Blazers are up 1-0 over Arlington. Their first shot on goal results, their second shot on goal results in a score after 36 minutes. How will Arlington respond? I'm sure most folks watching this game were not quite expecting that, but expecting the unexpected. Daniel Jackson then sends the ball across field. And then Rashid Mahdi with the header, just clearing the ball out. And Blazers, again, just sitting back, absorbing the attacks of Arlington, taking the approach of bend but not break. And they'll just take their chances when they can. And so far it's yielded results. Ball put out of bounds, and Blazers will take the throw in. And Rashid Mahdi will take the throw in. And Arlington and Blazers battling there on the left side in the middle of the field. And again, Blazers looking to attack with pace, but the attack is stopped there. Ball is sent over to the far right side. Arlington drops the ball back, looking to reset. There's Barona with the ball, and there's Ibrahim Conte. Conte sends a long ball over to the right side. And Giuseppe Maley takes the ball, and Arlington trying to go for a header. Don't quite get it, and the ball is put out of bounds. And Hapsum is going to be taking the throw in for Arlington. And he throws it back to Daniel Jackson. And then ball sent back cross field to Jackson. Jackson sends it in. Ball is then laid off. And Blazers, got to give credit, defending quite well. And again, ball sent up. And it looks like, will they get another one? And side netting. That was a wonderful chance for Blazers to get back onto the board again and take a 2-0 lead. Here on this windy evening here at Thomas Jefferson High School. 40 minutes in. And it's a corner kick. And ball's put out. Another throw in. And a foul on Arlington. Blazers here will have the free kick. Looks like we're going to have about, we're in the 41 minutes in. Ball sent in. Ooh, and the header just going wide there by Blazers. Looks like it was the ball was deflected out, so it'll be another corner kick for Blazers. And the ball is cleared out. Going to be thrown here for Blazers. Long ball thrown in. And it looks like two players colliding there. It looks like Mert Saili getting the worst of it there. Hopefully he's okay. If you're a Blazers fan, this is an excellent first half. If you're looking to bounce back after not having a good start to the UPSL season, you should, if you're a Blazers fan, you should definitely be pleased with how they're playing this evening against a well-established and very talented Arlington team. Long ball sent up by Arlington. Ball's collected by Blazers. And here you go again. Looks like Blazers on another counterattack, and the ball just offsides there, probably by a hair. And the free kick quickly taken. Arlington, again, moving the ball over to the right side. Looks like that's Giuseppe, and he drops the ball back. There's Jackson. The ball, he sends the ball into the middle. I believe that's Ibrahim Conte. Conte sends the ball in, trying to do a quick 1-2, but Blazers quickly just crowding the ball out. Impressive defensive shift by the entire team. And we're about, looks like we're right about at 45 minutes in. Just inching closer towards halftime. Again, Jackson, he's seen quite a bit of ball tonight. He's been trying to launch quite a few of those Arlington attacks. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Blazers. It's like Hapsam sends it to Jackson. Jackson's going to send a long one over to the far right side. Ball goes out of bounds for a corner kick. And it is halftime here at Thomas Jefferson High School. Blazers getting a goal late in the first half off of a counterattack. And they are leading in week 2 against Arlington, 1-0. We will take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half. Stay tuned. Don't leave. Looks like this is going to be a fun second half between Arlington and Blazers. We'll see you soon. And welcome back to the second half of this match between Blazers and Arlington Pro. Blazers in the lead right now, 1-0 over Arlington. We're about to kick off the second half. And just 45 more minutes here, and Blazers, hopefully they can, if you're a Blazers fan, you're hoping that they can continue a well put together first half. If you're an Arlington fan, Arlington, of course, they are seeking to even up the score line here in the second half. And here we go. Arlington with the ball here in the second half. And they start their attack on the left-hand side of the field. Ball sent back to the middle. And then ball's then sent back to the left-hand side. Looks like it's Daniel Jackson on the far left. And Blazers drop the ball back. And ball sent up. And ball still in, and then they send the ball up to the center, and just missing the forward streaking in, and that's Giuseppe Mealy collecting the ball, and Blazers continuing their aggression that they had from the first half. Coming out similarly to how they did in the first half, coming out with an aggressive press, trying to force Arlington to a mistake, but Arlington has been quite calm most of the game. They just have had a better chance. It's just not been able to put them away. And the ball's trying to drop down. That's Ibrahim Conte. Conte with the ball. And then that is That's Nick Barona. And the ball up here to Arlington, trying to attack there on the right-hand side. And a foul. And the Blazers player still on the ground there. Looks like he's okay, getting up. And it's Rashid Mahdi on the ball there. Looks like the free kick sent long. And Blazers with an attack, delivery sent in. Ball just sent over to the right side, and a shot just taken just over the goalpost. Blazers trying to stay aggressive here. Arlington will need to get a solid footing here into the second half if they're going to try and overcome this deficit. Just a 1-0 game. Ball goes out of bounds, and Arlington will have to throw in. Ball sent back to Daniel Jackson. Jackson Then gets the ball to Nick Verona. Verona assessing his options, sends the ball up long. And again, ball collected, but Arlington swarming. And they manage to get it, and Giuseppe gets a shot off. And Arlington getting their first shot off here in the second half. Noah Walker sees the ball out of bounds, not needing to have to dive for that one. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to week 2, the UPSL matchup here on DMV Sports Media between Blazers and Arlington. And Blazers seeking to assert their will as they continue, and of course, there's a foul being called there, but the foul, ref doesn't see it that way. And that's Nick Verona. Verona sends it over to the left side there to his left back. Ibrahim Conte gets the ball and he sends it back to Verona. Verona sends the ball over to Giuseppe Melli. Nice touch there. And Rashid Mahdi intercepting the pass there. Free kick for Arlington. And again, Blazers taking their approach of defending as a team. And then Arlington with a throw in. Ball's crossed in and harmlessly goes out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick. For Blazers. Long ball sent up. And ball's out of bounds off Blazers. And Nick Verona will get the ball there. Ball is sent cross field over to the left-hand side. Arlington attacking on the left side of the field. Blazers crowding in, and Arlington drawing a foul. It's like Mac Nwulu. He's going to take the free kick there. Instead drops it back. Arlington will go ahead and shift their attack over to the right. And then Rashid Mahdi calmly getting the ball, turning around, and Blazers launching another attack. They look to be the aggressor, and they're going to use pace down the right-hand side, but there are 3 Arlington defenders back there, so Blazers are going to have to wait for some support. Didn't come in time. Now Arlington, they're now opening things up, and the ball is slipped through, and Noah Walker comes in. And Blazers will start another attack, and it looks like player for Blazers not able to get control of the ball. Ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like, I don't know if this is a case of early season cramps. And the attention given to the to the Blazers player. That's on the ground. And it was number 21. Ismael Martinez was helping his teammate there, and he's going back onto the field. Ball back to Nick Barona. Barona then sends the ball over to the left side. Arlington trying to find a way to break down this Blazers defense this evening. Again, taking the approach of just defending as a team. And then the ball is sent in. And Blazers defending well, and Arlington, they managed to find a way to barge through, and they tie the match. Is it Ibrahim Conte that got the goal? But Arlington, after 52 minutes, tie the game 1-1 here at Thomas Jefferson. So it's now game on here at Thomas Jefferson High School. It is now 1-1. Arlington really having to work hard to get that goal. And Noah Walker collects the ball. Seems like Arlington now, they've been injected with a bit of confidence, and they're hoping that they can carry off that momentum they've gained there by scoring that goal and try and score a second one quickly. And now they're really pressuring Blazers, and now Blazers, again, they're trying to hit off the counter, but this time ball is taken off the player. And Blazers get the ball back. And Arlington force an error, and then they take a shot, and the ball just goes out of bounds. But Arlington, now in the last few moments of the game, turning up the pressure against Blazers. Not only is it a cold, blustery evening here at Thomas Jefferson, it's starting to rain. So I'm sure the fans here with their cold jackets on this evening, I'm sure we'll start seeing some umbrellas start to come out here pretty soon. That's not going to stop these guys from competing on the field. Good match so far. Again, if you're a fan of UPSL and the teams playing in the DMV South Conference Division, you should be sure to subscribe to DMV Sports Media for all future matches. The Blazers here looks like they're trying to regain their composure again. Arlington's a tough team. They finished well last season. They finished second in the conference. So this is a team that knows how to battle back if needed. Blazers, week 2, seeking to get a result here and pick up some points. And ever so competitive DMV South Conference. Arlington will arrange themselves for the set piece. It's a free kick. Ball headed out. And the ball does go out of bounds for an Arlington throw-in. And that's Ibrahim Conte. Conte doesn't quite get control of the ball, but he managed to get it off his foot over to the right-hand side of the field, and then it cuts in, takes a shot. Arlington definitely turning on their offensive metal here in the second half. They sense perhaps Blazers. There's a crack in their defense somewhere, but Blazers, you got to get them credit this evening. They have defended very well against this high-powered Arlington team. Long goal kick. Ball is taken down by Nick Barona, towering over everyone in the back. And then Ibrahim Conte gets the ball over to the left. Ball back over here to the right side for Arlington. Ball sent through. Rashid Mahdi, maintaining possession, and he's fouled. Well, actually, it's a foul against Blazers. Noah Walker barking orders to his defense to set up a formidable wall. Goalkeeper Walker calling out for 4 Blazers players to form his wall. We're about 58 minutes in. And we have Ibrahim Conte and Nwulu over there, who's going to take the free kick. It looks like it is Nwulu who's going to take in a ball. Hits the wall. The wall does its job. And we apologize for the picture being slightly off here. Having some slight equipment difficulties, but we'll manage to get through the evening. And it looks like there's a couple players there between Blazers and Arlington having to be separated. This has been an intense match. Arlington looking to get their second win of the season, and Blazers looking to get their first. So both teams here are not going to give up much of anything. Corner kick here for Arlington. Ball sent in, defended well, and Blazers get the ball out. And Arlington will take the throw in. And that was Idris Cissé, number 6. Delivering the pass back, and Arlington on the left side. Balls drop back to Barona. Barona sends the ball over to his right back. Arlington just patiently moving the ball around, trying to find an opening against this obstinate Blazers team. Quite difficult to break them down this evening. But Arlington, it seems like they've perhaps maybe found a small avenue to try and go through to be able to try and get this second goal. Blazers, however, will continue try and use pace on the counter to try and score against this well-disciplined Arlington team. And a foul here against Arlington. And Blazers will have the free kick here. Just wait for the player to get up. It looks like it's going to be a long one here, sent to the far left side here. And Blazers will get the throw in. Blazers working hard this evening, defensively as a team. But Arlington remaining calm. And here comes a throw in for Blazers. Then that's the first shot by Blazers here in the second half. Goes harmlessly out of bounds. And ball's put back into play by goalkeeper Mert Saili. And Cisse with the ball, and he sends a long ball up. And that ball goes over and collected by Noah Walker. But a mistake there by the Blazers left back. Some confusion there in the back line by Blazers. And Arlington looking to capitalize. And a penalty has been given. And as a result of the confusion defensively by Blazers, and it'll be a penalty here. Arlington looking to capitalize on the calamity of defensive errors by Blazers. And they're having a scramble, and a last-ditch tackle did not go quite well. And Arlington will step up. Well taken penalty. It is now 2-1 Arlington here at Thomas Jefferson. Due to the defensive error of Blazers and then having to retroactively go back. And, well, you guys saw it. And Arlington have taken a 2-1 lead over Blazers here in the 65th minute. And that goal looks like it was scored by, I don't quite have the player's name there, but I'm sure it'll be posted on the Arlington Instagram page of the player who scored the penalty. And now Blazers looking to reassert their confidence back into the second half. Shows it's just this game, it's all by margins here. Those marginal errors can be quite costly. Arlington with possession. Ball is sent back. And ball is sent cross field over to Nick Barona. Barona Gets control, and he sends the ball up. And then delivery put into the middle of the box, and then the ball is put out of play. And they will force a corner. That was Peter Maddox there with the attempted delivery. Ball put out of bounds there by Blazers. And here comes the corner kick. Ball headed out. And Arlington is going to have the throw in. And Blazers looking to hit off the counter. And a foul there. And that was Abdul Bangura with the counter. He was fouled. And Blazers, Adrian Guerrero here, he will take the free kick. Hopefully he'll put it into a dangerous position here on this set piece. Ball headed up. Looks like there's some ping pong there, and ball just cleared out. Blazers aggressively trying to get the ball. Arlington fighting back. And again, confusion defensively by Blazers. Is this going to cost them? And it looks, and that's goal number 3 by Arlington. 2 straight defensive errors have resulted in 2 easy goals, really. And Arlington capitalizing. And the score is now 3-1 here at Thomas Jefferson. Again, this game is just, it's those marginal errors. You make one mistake against a team like Arlington, and they will make you pay. Arlington are now up 3-1 against Blazers. Blazers, can they reset and just regain a bit of their composure there? It's still, we're in the 70th minute. There's still plenty of time. As you know, in all soccer standings, goals still matter. So regardless whether you're up or down, you really want to ensure that you're still trying to be an offensive threat no matter which team you are. And Arlington dropping the ball back to Nick Barona. Barona back to Mert Saili. Saili gets the ball back out to the left, and Blazers trying to converge there. But Arlington quickly gets the ball out, and they attack again here on the left-hand side. And that's Cisse. Cisse gets the ball out to the right side. And that's Arlington trying to have the quick turn, not quite, and looks like that is Abdul Bangura, who doing a bit of defensive work there, seeing the ball out of bounds. And Arlington, they'll have the throw in. And it's a substitution for Blazers. And Rashid Mahdi is off the field. It's like he's run his race for the evening. Ball dropped in. Ball sent cross field. And Arlington, this point of the game, they're just looking just to maintain control. Blazers, they're going to have to start taking some risk here. They're going to have to try and open it up. They want to have a chance to pull back into this match. And Arlington still maintaining possession of the ball. That's looks like that is Cisse. Great job by Cisse keeping the ball with having two Blazers players flanked on each side of him. And Barona sends the ball into the middle again to Cisse. Then Noah Walker there collecting the ball for Blazers. We're about 73 minutes into the match. Not much time here. Arlington, if you're an Arlington fan, you're just hoping your team sees this out. And Blazers would want to remain resolute defensively. And a save there by Noah Walker, preventing that ball from going in. And there's Abdul Bangura with the turn. Tries to go for the skillful move to try and get around the Arlington defender, but ball goes out of bounds. It started raining here. It's starting to drizzle here off and on here at Thomas Jefferson, so the surface is going to be a bit slick along with the ball, so it's not going to be easy for the players on the field to move the ball around as it did earlier in the match. Arlington sending the ball back, just maintaining possession. And Arlington just calmly maintaining possession. Oh, a little careless there by Arlington, and Blazers retrieve the ball. They send a delivery in, and not quite getting there. And like we said in this match, it's all about mistakes. The small errors can really hurt you, especially at this level here in this competitive conference. And Arlington score number 4, and that will about do it for Arlington. And not the way, if you're a Blazers fan, not the way you want to see this match end. You still want to fight all the way to the end. And again, it's just those errors. After a strong first half by Blazers scoring first. Just a couple of defensive mistakes and a penalty. Is now seeing this lead grow to 3 goals. Arlington up 4-1. Blazers will reset. Ball sent over to the left-hand side of the field. Ball. Again, conditions have changed a little bit here now. Now it's a bit slick, a bit wet. It's gotten a little colder. And Arlington stepping up the aggression here, trying to close this game out here at Thomas Jefferson. Blazers sending a long ball up. No one in the vicinity. Goalkeeper Mert Saili for Arlington just patiently waiting. Then he picks the ball up there, just as any goalkeeper would do at this point of the game when your team is up by 3 goals, just to see the game out. Blazers still being aggressive. And it's a throw-in. And the ball is sent back. And then that's Jackson with the ball over to Barona. And touch letting him down there for the Arlington player. Again, the conditions have changed a little bit. It's not as windy, but the turf is now quite damp. So the ball's going to be a bit slick there. But nevertheless, the game goes on. And the Blazers player going down on the pitch, and the ref stopping the match. And the trainer for Blazers has been summoned onto the field by the referee to attend. Can't see quite who it is. On the field, who's injured right now for Blazers. Looks like it's Kais Daib who's limping off the field, unfortunately. Not what you want to see. Quite unfortunate, especially at this point in the match with about 10 minutes left to go. You don't want to, you hate to see that. And he's being subbed off the field. And Ibrahim Koroma is coming in for him to finish out the rest of the match in his place. Hope the player is okay. I'll drop back in. And Arlington sends the ball in, and just going behind the goal there. They're not quite taking their foot off the pedal. Goals do matter here in this division. Long ball sent up by Blazers. And the pace of the game is slowed down, but looks like Blazers here are going to try, and that's Koroma on the counter. And then Verona, who's had a excellent evening there, just stopping that counter. Blazers will have to throw in here. Not much time left here, this match. And Arlington try to attack quickly on the counter, but Blazers get the ball back, and Ibrahim Karoma is going to toss the ball off over for a throw-in. And it is starting to rain here again at Thomas Jefferson. So it's a cold, wet night. And then that's Bangura with the foul. He goes up and now it's steady rain now coming down here at Thomas Jefferson High School Stadium in the last few minutes here of this match. Arlington will see this match out. And you can see, if you look around here at Thomas Jefferson, the umbrellas are starting to come out. I think they'll stay out here permanently, as it looks like the rain is not going to let up. And it's a throw-in for Arlington. It's like Arlington, they've been starting to substitute their starters out of the match, knowing that they have the game in hand. The Blazers still have some fight in them. Or will they have some fight in them to finish this match out? And again, Blazers look on the counter, and then Bangura just did not quite get the pass that he wanted as he made that run there on the right side. And then ball sent back to goalkeeper Mert Saili. And Mert will take his time. And then that's Jackson with the ball. Sends well into the middle, and then Arlington setting another attack on the left-hand side, and Blazers, they get the tackle in, and it looks like Arlington will get a corner. Actually, went off to Arlington player, so it's going to be a goal kick. And both teams just battling for the ball here in the middle of the park. Arlington sending the ball up. And the ball rolls out of bounds. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast this evening. DMV Sports Media, UPSL Week 2 match. DMV South Conference Division between Blazers and Arlington. For more future matches, just remember to subscribe to DMV Sports Media YouTube channel. And a foul by Blazers. And the referee is, of course, having The players step back, mandatory 10 yards to give room for the free kick. Ooh, and the ball skims across the turf, out of bounds. And unfortunately, it looks like Blazers will drop to 0-2, and Arlington will move up to 2-0 into the UPSL DMV South Conference. And Arlington on another attack there on the left-hand side of the field. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Arlington. And it looks like Arlington is going to try and get one big throw in here into the box. Ball is kicked up, bouncing around just outside the 18. And that shot goes out of bounds. It'll be another free kick here for Blazers. Tale of two halves for Blazers. Strong first half, but just a couple defensive mistakes that just did them in this evening. It was not a poor effort at all by Blazers. Just again in this conference, if you do make those mistakes and errors, teams like Arlington will make you pay. And again, another sloppy defensive error there. Arlington ball on the right-hand side. Delivery sent in. And left-footed shot. Not going, and Bangura not failing to get control of the ball. Gives up another throw in, and Arlington look like they're going to quickly try and take this free kick. Set piece. And that shot again whizzing past the face of the goal. Blazers hopefully will try and launch one more attack. They get a throw in. And we're just inching into injury time. Not sure how much time the referee will add in. Looks like that's it. And Arlington get their second win of the season here at Thomas Jefferson High School with a 4-1 win over Blazers Football Club. Excellent match this evening if you're a true fan of local amateur soccer. Blazers firing at all cylinders in the first half. However, in the second half, a different tale. And you got to give credit to Arlington. Arlington, an experienced team, taking full advantage of the mistakes that Blazers made this evening, and they capitalized, thus resulting in a final scoreline of 4-1. You see the coaches there for Blazers, Andrew Jennis, congratulating Coach Phillip of Arlington on their win. For those of you who tuned in this evening, we want to thank you for tuning into another UPSL match here on DMV Sports Media. And be sure to check out all of our future matches here on our YouTube channel. Just be sure to hit the subscribe button. And as the rain steadily comes down here at Thomas Jefferson High School, we're set here to sign out. We want to thank you all for joining us this evening for another exciting UPSL match. Final score, Arlington 4, Blazers 1. Have a good evening.